Even a skid. Nice.
Nice.
Hey guys, Electric Rides here. Out on my first test run after I installed the hydraulic brakes, the hydraulic brake upgrades that I got from Area 13, formerly known as Bolton. It's been so long I'll probably stop saying that last bit, but so Area 13 had to pre-order a hydraulic brake set for $149, which if you've looked at any of the brake sets that have been on sale with the supply chain issues, that is a steal. They're no longer on pre-sale for $149. Even at $199, which their regular price is right now, it's still a really great deal for two. I think you can get a single Magura set or a lever caliper set for like $300. As last I looked. It's pretty brutal out there right now. But yeah, I upgraded the stock steel cable Tektro single piston calipers that comes standard with the RadRunner Plus, but it is a drastic improvement so far. I installed the front one a few weeks ago because that's real simple. The front one just essentially you just switch out the caliper down here, slap that on. The only real difficult part is this bundle of cables. I say difficult, but it's not difficult, but that's the hardest part of this one, is just dealing with this bundle of cables. That's all bundled together in this neoprene kind of wrapping. So you switch that out, plug it in, and so the front one is super easy. The difficult part about the rear one is going through the frame. If you want to run it through the frame, there's a small little opening. There you go. Small opening that you can run through, and then another small opening near the controller that you can feed it through to the back. Otherwise, you have to just go on the outside, but I thought I'd take the extra little bit of time there and do it the right way and not regret it later on. And that's the only difficult part, doing the rear brake, which was a little intimidating at first, but it wasn't too bad. There's the caliper. Nice red accents, which is really nice. Like I said, Bolton's selling these for $149. They were on pre-sale when I got them for they were on pre-sale for $149. Now they're $199, which is still a good deal. But yeah, put them on. They're four piston hydraulic. So the stopping power is super great on them. I just put on the rear brake, so I haven't even burned it in yet, but that needs to be done. Because I disconnected it, means I have to bleed it. So you see I put this all the way down. So that's probably gonna have to be one of the maintenance things. See, this one goes almost all the way down to the grip, versus the front one I did not disconnect, and it's got quite a bit of play. The only things I don't like about these, other than I don't like branding in general. So this Area 13 thing, maybe I'll try to get some I don't know, remover or something like that, some paint remover or paint thinner, I mean, to try to remove that. I don't like branding. It's not too obnoxious or anything like that. It's not like bright red or anything that stands out. You know, it's just as noticeable as the Shimano. So other than that, they're just fine. The only thing I didn't also like about it is the brake cutoff switch. The one that comes with the Tektros is perfect about that far. So I don't know, 8 inches from the caliper to there. The one that comes with the upgrade, these Area 13 almost came all the way down to here. So I had to fold it up and get it even more bundled in this little neoprene wrap here, which was kind of a pain. So fold it a couple times, zip tie it so it kind of is compact, and but it seems kind of a little excessive. You don't need that much, but I know obviously there's other brands of bikes that have different lengths, but I guess better safe than sorry to have a longer one than a too short one. But other than that, really happy so far. I'm just taking it for a quick ride, tested it out. I'm here at the Clinton Park, the little baseball field. It's a beautiful day. Home plate. But yeah, I'm gonna take it for a quick run, test it out, try to burn in the rear brake. I've already burned in the front brake, but the rear brake needs to be burned in a little bit. But it's super good. There's a lot of stopping power on this one compared to the original Tektros. The 4-piston is quite a bit more padding or brake pad touching the rotor. So there's a lot more friction, a lot more stopping power. It's hydraulic in general, so it's a lot more sensitive, I've noticed. Yeah, so there's a lot more sensitive to the stopping power than on the regular cable ones. But other than that, I really like it. I'm gonna take it for another run here and give you my final impressions afterwards. Oh, water. Just watered. Yeah, but like I said, I need to bleed the rear brakes just because when you disconnect them, you obviously introduced air into the brake line. I tried to do my best of like use some plumber's tape, but it wasn't like dripping out or anything like that. But use some plumber's tape to wrap the end of the cable, so when you're feeding it through, it's not getting everywhere and oils everywhere. But yeah, but since it's pretty closed off, so it doesn't like drip. It's kind of like when you put your finger on the end of a straw on a soda, pull it up, and it doesn't fall out until you let go of the end of the straw. It's kind of the same thing with that on the hydraulic brakes. So it wasn't a big deal, but like I said, anytime you introduce air into the system, it's gonna need to be bled. But yeah, it's not too bad. Like I said, it doesn't go all the way back to the handle, so it's not like it's a huge problem. I'm gonna get some speed here to burn in these rear brakes. You might be able to hear the front brake. The pads are rubbing just a little bit on my rotor, which is really weird. I did the little zip tie test of the rotor, and there's barely any movement back and forth when the wheel spins around. So I don't know if it needs to burn in a little bit more, but there's obviously some rubbage, is that a word? Rubbing on the brake pad. Yeah, but other than the cutoff switch cable being too long, the length of the cable, the hydraulic line themselves is almost perfect. Like it's not too short, not too long. It's a good length. I noticed they just came out with a wagon version, like a cargo e-bike version for like if you have a rad wagon or something like that uses a whole longer cable, which is good because if I can't imagine trying to connect these two up to a rad wagon or like a turn, or well, you don't need them on a turn. You already got hydraulic brakes on a turn, but for any kind of like upgrade to anything but your standard bicycle frame, that'd be a good idea. I originally ordered these back in April. No, March, April, May, June. I think they're supposed to ship in, I'm getting my time frames all wrong, but I originally ordered them, I think back in March or April, and they were supposed to ship 2 months later, but because of the whole supply chain issues, they were delayed. The only bad part about that is that I was expecting them, and Area 13 did not reach out to you and let you know, hey, these have been delayed again. The only way I've figured that out is I went back on the website to check out one of the stats to see what kind of brake pads they use to buy anything in the future, but they updated their website to show that they were now delayed to June. Or whatever date it was. I'm having a brain fart here. I can't remember what months it was. They were delayed 2 additional months, but they didn't reach out to their customers and let them know that, which is, I realize that's kind of a common thing. I've seen other e-bike companies where their e-bikes are for pre-sale. You put in a pre-sale, and this is the estimated ship date is this. But then when that estimated ship date moves, they don't reach out and tell them there's a new estimated ship date. You just kind of have to do that on your own. Kind of frustrating, but it's understandable. But then June rolled around, and still no shipping notification from Area 13. So knowing that what happened last time, I went back on their website, checked it out, and then they said they were delayed until August. And so, also kind of annoying. They came and they shipped in August. It was actually, I think they arrived like the 1st or 2nd in August. So it was like, you know, like dead on as far as the estimate goes. But like I said, it's kind of the way pre-orders go these days. You can't really get much around it unless you have like automated systems in place to blast email anybody who's got a pre-order for you. But I can't imagine the technical logistics that go into having something like that set up. You know, people today think everything's computerized. You should be able to just push a button. No, there's a lot of work setting up systems that would do that sort of thing. And so I can't really fault them for it. It would be nice if something like that was in place, but it's understandable. But yeah, shipped them out, came really quick. They come from, you know, Bolton. I keep saying Bolton. They come from Area 13, which is, you know, in California. I'm in Utah, so it didn't take too long to ship. Arrived. I sat on them for a while there just because I really didn't want to. I didn't have the time, and I really didn't want to do the rear brake yet. So I sat on them, put the front brake on, and there's a lot of stopping power. Yeah, I'm really happy with the upgrade. The rear one, like I said, other than that little basic running through the frame thing, and now having to re-bleed them because I disconnected the cabling. But other than that, really easy installation. They work great. No problems with the brake cut-off lines. See, I got throttle, brake, no motor. The taillight works just fine, so no problems there. really great stopping power. So yeah, I'm really happy with the upgrade.
2 very enthusiastic thumbs up. Fine holiday fun.